Well, welcome back to the Bloodline Invaders series, the final chapter. The light door opens. So we're coming now to Asia. We've made ourselves pretty much around the world now, and we're coming into the home stretch looking again. Now, Asia is very diverse, as you know. Has Russia, China, you got the subcontinent of India, Korea, the Sahara, and of course Indonesia. So a lot of territory to cover. Again, as you begin to research, you begin to find deity after deity that has the serpent to it. And you just begin to look at this evidence, just like I said, if anything, just on the surface. And you begin to see two commonalities. You begin to see the serpent and God represented by female. And the culture is diverse. I mean, this is, look at it, 3rd millennium BC. I mean, it dates back to the very earliest of our memories. So far back that apparently we have forgotten. And when you look at figurines like this that date back to 4500 BC, what is this? You have to ask the question, what has been erased? Because it becomes to the point that it becomes so overwhelming, as any researcher will begin to find out. You don't need anyone to help you draw conclusions. Snake, reptilian, female. It is a common theme in all belief systems. We're going to get a lot more into this right here, into another series. Because this is some of the ancient Hebrew. Yeah. Again, the serpent. In this case, double serpent. We all have seen this. This is the white goddess of wisdom. Now, notice what's on the altar. On both sides, the owl and the serpent. Ladies and gentlemen, again, you begin to find common threads. Now, when you look at the Polynesian deities, again, you'll find uniquenesses and then commonalities. Yeah. So if you have the ruling class, the kings, the emperors, seeing themselves, in this case with wings, and having the bodies of serpents. And the Hindu belief system, rich, goes back to some of the earliest records that we have. China. This is the god of happiness, the god of wealth. Hey, you gotta love him. Now, notice on this one, Hugh. Look at the head attire. Notice the seeing eye. Folks, it's everywhere. This is the god of marriage. Again, the female goddesses, it's quite remarkable. This is Emperor Yao, first emperor. had belief that he descended from the dragon. The Hindu sun god, Kali, killing Shiva. Notice what's on Shiva's body. Cain. The Polynesian beliefs is very unique in a lot of ways, and then you see the influence. Polynesian. I have a deep belief that the serpent is the creator of all human life. This is Chinese. Nukuya, creating humans. Nuwa, the serpent goddess. So let's just do some comparison here real quick. What I have is a list of where you've seen, and I've pulled just through the continents that we have already looked at and began to do a comparison. And you will find that there is strong comparisons. Apologies on this one here on the Egyptian deities. That is a little difficult to read. But I'll leave the links where you can actually do it for your check into yourself. All the way over to the Aztec. Again, look at the top. Lady of the Serpent skirt. So, based upon what we have seen so far, and what I have done and I'll continue to do the research because now I'm more challenged to truly look into this and listen, I don't think that this is a unique journey to myself. I believe that there have been many others, and there will be many others to come that will pursue this same thing. So, shall we review what history shows repeatedly and is in every religion world over, dating back to the very earliest of records? And this is what I'm going to present. I'm going to close my case now before the jurors. And I'm going to show you my best evidence that leads me to one, I don't know if you say unrefutable conclusion, but certainly one that's going to be difficult to, I believe, refute. So let's go. This is Abraham Eliezer, a Hebrew alchemist. Actually, it's gotten to the point now where some people don't even know if he actually lived or not. But he had an understanding about Judaism, about Christianity. And you're going to see by his drawings that that's the creation tree of life. There was something that he knew. Again, this knowledge has been sewn up, hidden, but as we have gotten better again in our technology and our ability to begin to collect evidence, we're finding now that there is overwhelming, how should we say, cross-pollination of belief systems. And when you keep on seeing the same deity in all of these belief systems, you have to ask yourself, what is it saying to us? You can't just walk away from this and say that this is a representation of the Pharaoh and the Queen. Why is it in these ancient cultures that the royalty saw themselves as serpents? And not just in one region of the world, but in every region of the world. If you go back to the earliest records where you see part human, part reptilian, you see battles of reptilians depicted, fighting humans. You see the Minoan snake goddess. She appears worldwide. And listen, how do people who have no way of being able to talk to one another, right? None. Yet they fashion almost identical deity? I don't know how you rationalize that. Again, the goddess of heaven. And we see, again, royalty seeing themselves as the serpent. The Babylonians. Yeah. Now, I don't know if the Sumerians are ground zero or not. I really don't. But I will say this. There are a lot of roads that seem to lead back to this. And when you compare it to the Eastern cultures, the ones that were sealed off, even for the apostles, that the East was forbidden to them. It was held off. You know, read the book of Acts. Said the Holy Spirit restrained Paul. But yet, whether you look at the Eastern cultures to the Hellenized culture in Greek, Minoan. Here's the Hebrew. Again, the serpent, folks. No matter where I looked, no matter where I researched, I found it in the oldest of carvings, the oldest of drawings, royalty depicted time and time again as serpents. And no matter what your belief system is, I can assure you, your belief system has its roots most likely in serpent worship. I mean, I'm not making this up. And when we see races around the world bowing time and time again, and when you begin to look at this and you begin to do the comparisons, something is here. In every culture, in every story, the serpent always plays a major role. Always. And then, when you graph that into the fact that the female goddess, in many cases, is superior to the male deity. And I don't know about you, but when I look at this, that is reptilian, any way you look at it. And today, on many buildings, we yet find the serpents adorning them. Doesn't matter what your religion is. It all has roots. I don't know. I'll let the graphic speak for itself. I mean, what more needs to be said? There's something going on, folks. I hope you've enjoyed this series. I hope that you have been able to see through my eyes what I am finding. That there's something our race, our species, all human beings, and I don't know how they've done it. I don't know why they've done it. But the memory of the serpent has been removed from our current state of consciousness. I don't know why, but I know this. There is more to this, and this is where my journey continues. Thank you again for watching. We'll find this together. Oh, I forgot to add this. Yeah, you think the Stargate was just a sci-fi series? Ladies and gentlemen, apparently not.